What does it take for a heart that gives endlessly to finally break? For years, I'd been the backbone of every family gathering, the one who turned our chaotic clan into moments of warmth and laughter. My name is Clara, and my home was the unofficial headquarters for birthdays, holidays, and random Sunday barbecues. I never asked for a dime, not even when the grocery bills piled up or when I spent hours scrubbing dishes after everyone left. It was my gift to the me family, my heart. But the day my sister-in-law, Karen, dropped her sick kid on me like I was hired help, something inside me shifted, and I learned a lesson about love, boundaries, and the cost of always saying yes. It started innocently enough. My house, a modest two-story with creaky floors and a big backyard, was always open. I loved the noise, the cousins chasing each other, my mom's laughter, my brother's terrible karaoke. I'd spend days planning, stringing fairy lights, baking pies, arranging playlists to keep the vibe just right. My husband, Tom, would pitch in, but it was my show. I thrived on it, or so I thought. The family leaned on me, and I wore that responsibility like a badge of honor. Clara's got it, they'd say, and I'd smile, ignoring the ache in my shoulders from carrying it all. Karen, my brother's wife, was different. She'd breeze into parties with her perfect hair and designer bags, contributing nothing but complaints. The food was too salty, the music too loud, the kids too wild. Still, I brushed it off. Family, right? But last Christmas changed everything. The house was packed, the air thick with cinnamon and pine. I was juggling a turkey, a screaming toddler cousin, and a playlist glitch when Karen showed up late, her son Max trailing behind her, pale and coughing. "Clara, can you watch Max? He's got a cold, and I've got errands to run," she said, already halfway out the door. "No, please. No, thank you." Just an assumption I'd say yes. I stared, stunned, as Max's feverish eyes met mine. He was 6, small for his age, and clearly miserable. "Karen, I'm hosting. I can't," I started, but she cut me off. "You're so good with kids, Clara. It's just for a bit." And she was gone. I looked at Max, his nose red, his body slumped. My heart softened, but anger simmered beneath it. The party roared on, 30 people eating, drinking, laughing while I set Max up on the couch with a blanket and juice. I checked his fever, gave him medicine from my own stash, and kept one eye on him while serving food and refilling drinks. Hours passed. No Karen. My phone buzzed with her text. "Caught up. Keep Max tonight." No apology, no urgency. I felt like a servant in my own home. Tom noticed my strain and took over the grill, but the weight wasn't just physical. It was the realization that my family saw me as a utility, not a person. I'd poured my soul into these gatherings, never asking for help, never saying no. And now, I was babysitting a sick kid while Karen ran errands, which I later learned meant a spa day. Max coughed through the night, and I stayed up, soothing him, while resentment burned. Morning came, and Karen waltzed in, refreshed, oblivious. "Thanks, Clara. You're a lifesaver." I snapped. "Karen, I'm not your nanny. I was hosting a party for 30 people, and you dumped your sick kid on me without asking." Her face froze, then twisted into a smirk. "You love playing the martyr, don't you? It's just one kid." That was it. The room spun. I'd given everything, me time, my money, my energy, and this was how she saw me? I took a breath and said, "I'm done hosting. For everyone." The words felt like a release. Karen scoffed, but I meant it. I called a family meeting the next week. With Tom by my side, I laid it out. I loved them, but I wasn't their maid. If they wanted parties, they'd pitch in money, time, or both. Silence hung heavy. My mom looked guilty. My brother avoided my eyes. Karen muttered something about me being dramatic, but I stood firm. The first gathering after that was small, just a barbecue. My brother brought drinks, Mom made dessert, and even Karen grudgingly helped clean. It wasn't perfect, but it was fair. Max, now healthy, ran around with the other kids, and I watched, lighter than I'd felt in years. I'd learned to set boundaries, to value myself as much as I valued them. Love doesn't mean giving until you're empty, it means giving with limits, so everyone grows. That Christmas, I didn't just host, I shared the load. And when Karen tried to drop Max off again, I smiled and said, "Ask first. I'm family, not the help." She blinked, surprised, but nodded. For the first time, I felt seen. And that was worth more than any party I'd ever thrown.